Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well, that you're happy and healthy and having a great weekend. So I want to come back on and do this video. I'm really being led to do it again, and for all of those who already know me, welcome back, and to those that are new, welcome. And I am going to talk about anxiety and what that does, and inner peace. You know, how anxiety can rob us of our inner peace, and what that looks like, and how you can overcome that, and how you can gain that inner peace in your life again. And again, I do this as a testimony in my life and what I've had to overcome, and I'm guided to do it from Papa God. And I call him Papa to those that are new because I have a very close relationship with him, and he's my Papa, so you'll hear me talk that way, okay? So, yeah, and as always, again, to those who know me, Papa has me feel what I'm about ready to talk about. So I'm going to talk about anxiety and how that's robbed me of my inner peace. And I'm feeling it again, right? I'm feeling it. So yeah, what does he have me do, right? So like always, when I do these videos, he has me meditate, and I go in deep meditation. And what does it do, right? That opens up my mind, clears my mind, opens my heart, and relaxes my body, so I'm able to talk with and receive messages from Papa better that way. So yes, and it was pretty, I'm just going to say this right now because I've been struggling to do this video like I often do because of how I feel. And he actually, with meditating, he tried to calm me down by telling me to wear this lavender sweater today, which does, right? It's a very calming color. Lavender is known to calming, right? You can do essential oils in lavender and all of that. So that's why I'm wearing this right now, okay? Just so you know. And then he's added some humor in on this for me. So I am, anyway, which has been really, really great, as always, to help me get through this video, okay? So, but first of all, I always start with a prayer, thanking Papa, God, all our angels, spirit guides for guiding us, loving us, protecting us every day, and in helping me channel these important messages to all of you today. All right, I don't think it's going to be a very long video. I'm trying not to make them very long, but we all have anxiety in our life, right? Life is hard, life is difficult, and we all experience disappointments in life, whether it's in any area in our life, really, right? In like our personal lives, in our work lives, all of it, right? In all relationships too, and a lot of frustration, creeps in, disappointment, and that really causes a lot of stress, right? Which is really not good for us whatsoever. And ultimately, it can really affect your life in some really, really big ways, right? In a negative way, really impact your life. And it robs you of inner peace. And inner peace is so important to have because that will give you happiness, right, in your life. Okay. So, yeah. All right. So I'm having a hard time, all right? I'm having a hard time going through, talking to you about this right now. And Papa's been playing around with me to make me laugh a little bit. So again, thank you, Papa, so much. And how can let me just go into this first. Let me tell you what I've been struggling with, okay? So I've had a lot of stressors in my life, in my personal life, work life sometimes too, and a lot of changes, right? Like I've talked to you in my other videos, and that's been really, really difficult for me, and it did rob me of my inner peace and gave me a lot of anxiety, and it was affecting me to a level where I was having a hard time sleeping. All right, so it puts you in this kind of a panic mode, right? And that's not good. So so it makes it really hard to enjoy any part of your life when you're feeling all that, right? So, what have I been doing to help me get through this? So I've been practicing a lot of self-love, of course. That's so important that you do that, and for me, I tell you what works for me anyway, and may help you, may work for you, is I meditate. Meditation is so important. It really does calm a lot of us down when you can just sit quietly and just go in, you look inward and you just feel everything, right? And again, right, you can't, when you're having a lot of stress and you're having a lot of struggle in your life, if you resist it, it persists, right? So you have to feel it to heal it, right? I said that many, many times, right? So I'm going to go into that. So let's see. Okay. So for me, what has helped me get through these really hard times, okay? Well, gratitude, okay? I practice gratitude. I speak it, I believe it. Every morning I wake up and I talk to Papa, thanking him for everything and anything. And if you're having a hard time to even find anything to be grateful for because you're having such a hard time, well, you can look at it and look at what you're grateful for, what you don't have going on in your life. That's real. That could be really bad, right? So you can look at it that way as well. And what I try and do is wake up, even though some days are so hard even to get going in the morning, right? I wake up and I smile. I live in gratitude. Just that whole act of smiling, it has an instant calming effect on your body. It really does. So doing that really, really helps. So meditation is wonderful. You can do breathing exercises as well. There's more than just meditation with music, like I've mentioned before. Sometimes just slowing down, just quieting yourself. But in all reality, right? Sometimes you can't do that, and you can even have all this anxiety and panic attacks, even just laying around, sitting around. So it's like you're getting stuck in your head, right? Being an overthinker. I'm really bad with that. I think, and all these really bad, worst scenarios come through into my mind, and again, just makes things worse. So trying to think of what is good, and there is, what's good in your life. Remembering the people that you have in your life, that do love you and that you love, helps a whole lot too. Just trying to focus on what you do have that is really great in your life, is so important. Are you healthy? That's really great, right? So, meditation, living in gratitude. helping others, just like what I'm doing right now. Really, helping others helps you. It really does. It really, really does. By lifting, by helping, and it gives you purpose. There you go. It gives you purpose. That's what it does for me anyway. And that always makes me, it helps you with your self-worth, right? Even though you're already worthy just by being who you are, but by helping other people, it just makes you feel even better, more of that, in other words. Again, what you can do is visualization of what makes you happy, of your happy place. Where is your happy place? What is your happy place? Is it your room? Is it your home? Is it going out? Is it out and going into the woods? Is it going to the ocean? Just visualizing that you're actually there, and really, really imagining, visualizing it, feeling it, with the noises that you would hear, the smells that you would have when you're there really helps. And what's really great is, I know when you're really, really struggling and you're really having a hard time finding anything it robs you of enjoyment, right? What you used to love to do, you don't, right? You lose that when you're really having a lot of anxiety in your life. So it would be, what's really helpful is if you're having a hard time at the moment trying to figure out what it is that you do enjoy in that moment, you could ahead of time make a list of what does make you happy, so that when you're unable to really think about that, when you're really in it, you can go into that list, and it can help you, it helps to remind you of what does, and do that. And do it. Try and do some of that to help you, even if it doesn't feel good at first. I know I can speak for myself. I've had times when I just, things I loved, I would do it, and I still didn't feel it, So, but the more you do it, and you'll get through it. And you will. All right. What else? There's more. I always have more. Let me see. I might have to do this video again. Just really trying to get those words out. What else? I actually, here I am again. Look at this. I don't know. I get all frazzled here. So, yeah. Well, what I do is I have trouble sleeping at night when I get really high levels of anxiety. And I wake up a lot, and I have a hard time going back to bed, right? Because my head gets full of these thoughts the minute that I'm awake. Right? And everything goes through it. And of course I can't sleep after that. I just have these racing thoughts, right? So, what have I done for that? Well, when I wake up, I definitely try to just clear my mind. But I become really aware that I'm doing that, right? Just clear my mind, and then a lot of the times I will go back to sleep just by not having any thoughts at all in my head. If you're able to do that, it takes practice. It's really hard to do, I understand, but it's been working. It works for me, so it might work for you. What I do is I surround myself, and in my room I make sure that everything there, even my pillows, I'll have pillows surrounding me, that make me feel comfortable, so I can reach over and I can feel it. It actually helps me that way. And as you see, I have that pillow that says "Love You Most," and I actually sleep with it, and I will look over at that and I'll remember, I talk to myself and say, I love you, tell yourself that, because when you feel down, when you're feeling all this anxiety, you don't feel like you have that love, right? So, tell yourself that, talk to yourself, right? Be kind to yourself, have compassion. That's another one, a deep self-compassion for yourself when you're going through this. We're really hard on ourselves usually, right? Well, I know I am anyway. And I really found it interesting. I did a little bit of research, but there's this research, this woman named Kristen Neff, and she's a prominent researcher for self-compassion, right? And she came up with this 3-letter word, ACT, right? And went, how do you achieve this really deep level of self-compassion? Well, first you have to acknowledge, right, what you're going through. You do, like she said, you say, boy, this really, no, I won't say, well, she said sucks, right? This really sucks, right? What I'm going through. Acknowledge it. It's not fun, right? And then you, let me see. I remember what that, let's see where it is. You connect. That's what I'm looking for. Then you connect. See, is that meaning that you understand that you're not alone, that everyone does go through some struggles like these feelings like you do. So connect, acknowledge, connect. And the T stands for talking. You talk to yourself. Talk to yourself, tell you, how much, give yourself that self-love, that compassion. Be kind to yourself, be gentle on yourself. So I found that really, really interesting, and it really did help me. So, yes. So compassion is really important. And you can't, again, right? You can't expect anyone else to do it for you. It's all work. You have to work at it every day. And, when you have to deal with all these things in your life, right? That's life. That is part of life. So it's work, right? Yes. Also, again, I can't say it enough, when you really have love, look for love in your life, whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, whether it's your pets, right? Even your pets. Love helps us. It's really great therapy, for one. It calms us, right? And it makes us really happy when we have love in our life. So, don't isolate yourself, right? Look for love, right? Yes. So that's really, really important. I think I will leave you with that for now, but if I could just leave you with this one quote that really, really drew me in today when I was looking and just really, going in deep, inner peace. How did that go? Oh my gosh. Inner peace comes from following your heart. So if you've lost it, okay, again, so I'll say one more thing. If you feel like you've lost your inner peace, do a life review. Find out why. What's wrong in your life? What do you want? Are you living the life that you want, that you deserve, right? So oftentimes by asking yourself those questions, you will, after a while, you'll say, hey, this is what I want. That's why I'm not happy. That's why I am struggling right now and having so much anxiety, right? And reach out to Papa. Papa wants to help us. He really does. He loves us, right? And it's written all over the Bible for everyone who believes in Papa and God, right? And He is real. He's shown me many times that He's there. Is that He tells us to give us. He doesn't want us to have all this fear, all this anxiety, because that's where it comes from, right? Anxiety comes from fear, and fear is not real. Really, fear is an illusion, right? It's something we're worrying about that hasn't even happened yet, and most likely won't happen. So you have to understand. Not that we won't, not all of us do, but what I'm trying to say is, Papa, just give it to Him. Give it to Him. He did not make us to have this, to have to go through life like this, okay? So give it to Him. Give it to Him, and He will help you, okay? He will help you carry that burden, that stress. Yeah. There's one more thing I wanted to say, and I can't remember right now, but can't remember. So anyway, I hope that helped you. I am feeling a lot better with doing the things that I've been doing. And another thing is, really live in the moment. When you're having when you're struggling with finding that inner peace in your life, live in the moment and enjoy. I love sunsets, I really do, and oftentimes I just look at things and I don't really live in that moment. I start thinking about other things the moment I see it, right? So I instead just really focus in on wow, look at the colors, look at that, how the beauty of that, right? Just, it helps ground you. It really does. Because when you're feeling a lot of anxiety, that you don't feel grounded, right? You don't. So that's really helpful in doing things like that. Or even if you like cooking, right? Going in the kitchen and really, just really being present, practicing mindfulness, whatever you're doing at the moment, the sound, what you see, the smell, all of it really does help, okay? Yeah, so I will leave you with that, and never give up hope, never give up faith. One thing, and you don't stay in it, okay? If you work on it and you work on it, it's not easy, right? But it won't stay in your life forever. You will overcome it. All right. I'm going to leave you with that for now. I love you all very much, and I wish you all the peace and blessings. All right. Talk to you soon. Love you. Love you guys.